Good evening, one and all, and welcome to the Accesso ShoWare Center in Kent, Washington, where tonight the Tacoma Stars play host to the Ontario Fury for the first of two games they'll play this weekend here on MASL TV. Hi, everybody. I'm Andrew Harvey, thrilled to be joined in the booth this evening for the first time ever by Sophia Kim, a defender for the women's Tacoma Galaxy indoor team that plays in the Northwest Premier League. Sophia, great to have you on board.
Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
Sophia, Tacoma looking to rebound from a pair of losses last week down in Chihuahua. The first one, a blowout loss. The next night, much closer, 10-9. And Vinny Dantas featured heavily in that game with 3 goals and 1 assist. He's a strong performer for Tacoma this season.
Yeah, he has 13 goals on the season, 7 assists. He is going to be important to look towards for getting a quick start early in the game, but everyone's going to have to rely on the team and working together and playing strong defense.
Well, you mentioned defense. Frank Tayu, obviously a regular shoo-in candidate for the MASL MVP. From your viewpoint as a defender, what goes into stopping a single performer who has that kind of goal-scoring ability that Tayu possesses?
Well, Frank Tayu has 23 goals on the season, 11 assists. He's 5th in points in the league and 4th in goals. So for a player like him, it's all about the little things, making sure you're tight on your mark, making sure he's not getting in behind on the back post. All of those little things add up in a game like this and can decide whether it's a win or a loss.
Let's turn our attention now to the West Division standings. As you'll see there on your screen, Sophia, the Stars not where they want to be at the moment, but still alive in the wild card hunt.
Yeah, it's a must-win situation. They still have games up against Florida and San Diego, which will be tough games. So this is a great opportunity to steal a couple points from the rest of the teams.
Well, and one final note. Before we begin tonight's match, we will be honoring the memory of Joseph the Jet Kyrell, who played for both these teams and was a much beloved member of both franchises and tragically passed away a few years ago. We will have that ceremony for you just before the start of kickoff here on MASL TV. We'll be back after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps. On June 26, 2020, the Tacoma Stars and Ontario Fury lost a member of our family, Joseph the Jet Kyrell. Tonight, The Stars and Fury join fans across the MASL community, along with Joseph's mom, Cindy, his father, Artie, sister, Jacqueline, and close friend, Sarah, who are joining us on the field tonight in remembering and honoring this special young man. At this time, we ask that you join us in a 16-second moment of silence as we reflect on the life and our memories with Joseph Kyrell. Thank you.
Yeah, here comes the Jet. The Jet looking to get past Chile. Double team now. Still has it. Neon green shoes. Gets past his man. Takes the shot and he puts it in the back of the net. Joseph Kyrell gets past two defenders.
I first met Joseph Kyrell after the 2015 PDL Western Conference Championship weekend down in Arizona. My Tacoma Stars U23s played against the Burlingame Dragons, and there was this wild-haired, crazy guy flying around the field on the other team, and I just remember looking at him going, man, that guy would make an amazing indoor soccer player with his feet and his excitement and just his overall vibe. So after the game, I talked with Joseph and I just said, hey, look, man, would you be interested in being a pro soccer player, coming to play indoor soccer for me? And I had just met him and I felt like the kid was gonna jump into my arms. What a marvelous, marvelous young man with so much life and energy. It was a great day.
1 minute left in the power play. Kyrell with it, back to Pablo. Pablo to Kyrell in the corner, plays it high and he shoots it in and scores! Joseph Kyrell ties us up at 1 apiece on the power play goal.
Here was a kid that he'd give you his shoes, he'd give you the shirt off of his back. Always willing to go out, have a good time. Just an amazing human being. You know, the room would light up with him in it. As a player, Joseph was flamboyant, exciting, risk taker, emotional, all of the things that you want in a player as a coach, because they're moldable. Man, what a personality. When he was in a room, you know he was in a room, and man, I just I would have loved more and more time with my boy. Man, what a great ad. Bringing him up here, throwing him into a ghetto apartment with Ramos and with Ty, and man, those guys made the best of it. And looking at him now, I'm so proud of all of them. And he was just such a great add to our program for the years that I was coaching the Stars. To honor Joseph in this way, I think is amazing. Both the Tacoma Stars, the Ontario Fury, and the Major Arena Soccer League in general. An incredible league with incredible players and people involved in it. Great ownership. It's just amazing that you guys would all do this for him and for his family. I miss him, and I'm always going to miss him.
Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the video board once again as we honor Joseph Kyrell. From this point forward, no Tacoma Star will wear number 16 again. This is the number of our beloved Joseph Kyrell, and starting tonight, 16 will forever be on the field when the Tacoma Stars play. Joseph will continue to shine bright forevermore. Joining the family on the field tonight are players from both teams, Stars forward Mike Ramos, Tacoma Stars coach Anna Becker, and Tacoma Stars owner Lane Smith to present the Kyrells with Joseph's jersey. Fans, let's hear it one more time for number 16, Joseph the Jet Kyrell. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please remain standing and join us in honoring America and those who protect it.
For those of you watching live on MASL TV, you are eligible to participate in tonight's Tacoma Stars live jersey auction. Tonight's jersey is a once-in-a-lifetime release, and you can own this rare piece of Stars history by placing winning bids on the jerseys of your choice. The jerseys come right off the players' backs after the game and are shipped right to your doorstep. To participate in tonight's auction, go to the App Store on your mobile device and download the Live Source app. Once downloaded, create an account. For location, select Kent, Washington. Then, you are set for bidding. You will be notified when you've won your jersey, and we'll ship it right to your doorstep. Thank you for your support of the MASL. Happy bidding, everyone!
What shall I do to put myself by your side? What shall I do to put myself along by your side?
Look, that's you. And this is your thriving community. There's your neighbor, the
Welcome back into the Accesso ShoWare Center here in Kent, Washington. Set for kickoff between the Tacoma Stars and the Ontario Fury here on a Friday night on MASL TV. But in a way, tonight is a match that is about so much more. You saw there the stirring tribute to the memory of Joseph the Jet Kyrell, who will forevermore be a fixture on the Tacoma Stars bench. And just a really emotional moment for everyone here involved, myself included. He was a special player and a special man, and all you can hope is that he is looking down now and smiling. And now, of course, we must try to turn our attention, Sophia Kim, to the matter at hand, which will be the action on the field between these two teams. Always difficult to kind of reconcile your emotions after an event like that right before a game.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's important to remember who you're playing for and what this game means, but you always have to get back into the game and remember what you need to do to win here. So, got to get in that game mindset quick.
The teams now just getting set in their huddles. The officials for today's match are brought to you by Capelli. Capelli is the official uniform sponsor of the MASL game officials. Today's officials are Josh Wilkins is your senior referee, Ryan Otley the assistant, fourth official John Snyder, and man in the penalty box is Ian Fry. Of course, those officials, a bit of a change up from what had initially been scheduled. Not the only roster shakeup that we've seen. We talked about Vinny Dantas in our pregame coverage, Sophia, and we're learning now that he is a late game day scratch, will not be in the 16-man roster for tonight. The Stars have other offensive talent, but we talked about Dantas. He's a bit of a loss for Tacoma.
Yeah, definitely. I think they're going to have to rely on scoring with players across the board. They have the ability to do that, and they have a lot of number of great players who can put the ball in the back of the net. So it's going to be a team effort.
The Stars have broken their huddle. They're in their white jerseys with the orange trim down the side. By the way, those game-worn jerseys can be yours thanks to a live jersey auction going on during tonight's match. We'll have more on that later. Stars will head from left to right on your screen here in the first quarter. The Ontario Fury in red with black trim going back the other way.
Stars fans, are you ready?
Frank Tayu over the ball alongside Israel Izzy Cisse. And Tayu, just an imposing figure out there in the center circle. Looks more like a Superman than a super striker. And he gets us underway. Jesus Pacheco, gone back there. Uzi Tayu, Frank's brother.
It looks like the Tacoma, our team is pressing a little bit higher up the field than I've seen in the past. I think that is good for them. They seem to be good when they are able to pull teams apart a little bit. As we see here, we're back on the counter early on the Ontario's defensive side here.
Turned over, back up to Frank Tayu, rolled up the middle. Danny Waltman has it covered. He finds Adrian Correa along the far boards. He wants the big switch. Nick Pereira, boy, he scored a volley from that spot not too long ago. He tries to slide one inside for Alex Megson, who slides into the corner, holds up the ball. And Pereira comes away with it. He lays it off. DeBray Holloman fires a low shot. Chris Toth has it and covers the rebound. A bit of an unsettled situation there, leading to the first shot of the night for the Stars. And this Tacoma team has proven that they're one that can capitalize on kind of those chancy balls if they force a turnover in the attacking third. Here's Ontario pressing forward.
Good
Shot
block by Danny.
Danny Manitti, who you know well, Sophia Kim.
Yes, we
has
were
worked as a coach
for
for the Tacoma Galaxy.
Yes.
Now down in Emmanuel Aguirre.
Good double team.
Settles with Holloman. Corey Keats off the wall.
Nice job.
Raphael Cox tries to play himself off the boards. He can have a tough time winning a shoulder-to-shoulder contest with Frank Tayu. This is the big man, ranging forward. Aguirre tries to chip that off the glass, bounces into the zone for Waltman.
He got lucky there. Robert Palmer was on that backside post.
Looking down the floor, Adam West tried to serve that in for Jamail Juice Cox. Keats getting stuck in along the boards. Cox there as well, and the ball is frozen. One of the things I love about the MASL, you still actually get contested drop balls. They've removed it from outdoor soccer, not an indoor. Here's Uzi Tayu up the far board. Rolls one in, Waltman has it, spills it. Adam West pops it back outside. Jamail Cox, square to Chase Hansen. And square to West. West, the big switch to Eddie Na, drops in. Na corrals it, and the Stars working their way through a slow change. Raphael Cox slips on. Square to Waltman. Waltman past midfield. He likes his chances from this range. Waltman steps up, fires. His shot's blocked. He's going to stay forward. And now Waltman will retreat as Hansen corrals along the boards. Bit of a jersey tug. Not enough for a foul, though. Logan Jones up for Megson. Loop back outside. Logan Jones fires. Toth slid outside his box, but still made the save with his body. Another reflex save through traffic for Toth, who has been a busy man over the first 3.5 minutes.
That was a good effort by the Tacoma Galaxy. Good little one, too. Swung inside, Justin Stinson. Looking
over toward, I believe, Pacheco. Alex Caceres losing out on the back end. And forgive me, that was Alan Perez who got it off him. Here's Izzy Cisse. Intercepted by Logan Jones. Jamail Juice Cox has just stepped on. Ball comes his way. It is behind him. Here comes Cox anyway. He's rampaging through. He fires, misses wide, far post left. Falls to Izzy DeLuna. DeBray Holloman. Holloman. Pereira lips it up. And Stinson has it along the far boards. Push through, Frank Tayu. Holloman closes down his shooting lane. Tayu stood up. Stinson along the horn. Smashed off the glass. Falling in, Jesus Pacheco. Stars changing on the clear. All up the floor. Robert Palmer has it. Goes inside. Pacheco gets the return. Gonsalves and Toth. Gonsalves. Minetti gets a foot in there. Gonsalves went down and was fouled in the process. Energetic opening 5 minutes. No goals yet, Sophia.
Yeah, the Tacoma Stars have been solid defensively. We're tight in our marks. Got a little unlucky there with the foul. Ontario does a good job breaking the press there. We cut off the pass down line.
Stars in the midst of a change during the turnover. Can't capitalize on it. Pereira. West. West, big switch, looking for Chase Hansen. Hansen chests it down. Now a big scrum for the ball. It appears to be the brothers Tayu rampaging in there. And they've gone over the top for Nestor Hernandez. Danny Waltman traps it with the unmentionables. Gone forward, the return to Waltman, back outside, shot off the glass. Twice tonight, Danny Waltman has ranged forward. You love to see it.
Keeps it exciting.
I mean, maybe you don't love to see it if you're helping coordinate the defense for the Tacoma Stars, but if you're a neutral observer, you love to see it. Adam West can't quite reach the ball. Abdul Mansoure gone down low, off the glass, can't find the head of Emmanuel Aguirre. Stinson hemmed in along the boards by Cox. Aguirre works it back out. Uzi Tayu. Juan Tapete. Off for Uzi, gone for a change. Cisse. Fury not finding many passing lanes open past midfield. Stinson, clever work along the boards. Palmer looped inside and cut out.
It seems like Ontario was trying to got a counter going on here.
Logan Jones, out wide Nick Pereira. Pereira stepping inside. What a perfect tackle from Justin Stinson. Ontario not out of the woods yet. Keats calls his own number and rolls over the laces and up into the net. Takes us to the media timeout, 0-0 through the opening 7+ of play. As the game of soccer is always developing, so are the opportunities available at Tacoma Stars summer soccer camps and clinics. Our camps offer personalized instruction from Tacoma Stars players and other professional instructors. We offer half-day and full-day programs. Choose from numerous camps in and around Tacoma and the Pacific Northwest. Sign up online at tacomastars.com under the Camps and Clinics tab. Learn like a star, play like a star. Well, Sophia, we talked about maybe the emotional aspect of honoring Joseph the Jet Kyrell's memory before the game, and I think maybe we've seen it affect the play. Been kind of a cagey match, neither team giving much up, especially up the middle.
Yeah, I think both teams have been pretty solid defensively. There's been a couple of chances here and there, but no standout shot from either team in my eyes so far. I think Ontario looks to be pulling the Stars higher up the field defensively and try to open up that space behind the defenders. But we've been up to the task so far and been tight on our man, so nothing's broken through so far.
Well, since we have you here, let's talk about the Tacoma Galaxy, Sophia, playing in the indoor league for the Northwest Premier League, and your season, as I understand it, just underway. Bit of a last-minute venue change, but I believe the match still ended well for the Tacoma Galaxy.
Yeah, we played Ole Town for the second time this season. The venue changed to their home field, which was very nice of them to accommodate the field change. We beat them at 9-6 and now are 2-0-1 for our season. So we'll have our home opener at the Tacoma Soccer Center March 19th against the Whatcom Waves at 7 p.m.
Well, thank you so much to the Tacoma Galaxy for loaning you to us for the night. I don't know if we actually filled out the loan paperwork, but I think it's probably okay. Raphael Cox has a bit of a don't argue with Justin Stinson there as we're back underway. Waltman, good outlet ball, finds Hansen. Naw drifting far post. Hansen racing inside. Hansen fires. Toth. Another sliding save. Now Stinson into space for the big man. Frank Tayu double teamed. And Pereira and Cox do enough to get it off him. Waltman under pressure, can't get it past Uzi Tayu. Right inside for Frank Tayu on the doorstep, the bicycle kick gone wide. Well, the Stars lucky after a bad giveaway out of their own end. That would have been on the goal of the week reel for sure. Now Pereira. Gone wide right, Jamel Cox, and Toth just enough getting his hands in front of that one.
Got a corner coming up for the Tacoma Stars.
Raphael Cox slipping onto the field for his brother Jamel. Pereira down in the corner. Megson Caceres, Adam West also available. Pereira, Caceres through the screen, off the board, Megson down low, Toth gets a hand to it but can't stop it completely. West heads it down for Megson and takes over. Sliding challenge takes him out. Uzi Tayu feels he got the ball, but he also got West's trail leg. Didn't put up too much of an argument. Well, maybe he's saving the argument for now that he's on the far side of the field. Caceres flips it through, bounces toward West, and comes off the lip of the board. That's the risk you run sometimes.
Yeah, he was looking for that half volley.
Pereira. Logan Jones on for West, up for Pereira. Caceres looking in for Megson. Jamel Cox, Megson lays it off. Too hot to handle for Jamel Juice Cox. up the boards. Here's Frank Tayu, and that's a shove from Nick Pereira. Gonna draw a free kick, and just a free kick after Tayu clatters into the boards.
Fouls on Stars number 10, Nick Pereira is first.
Short restart. Long shot. Waltman covers it cleanly. That one from Juan Tepete. Now the outlet ball. Janelle Juice Cox heads it in front of himself and tried for the smash back cross. Couldn't get it to go. End-to-end stuff now as they lob the ball the length of the floor to Tayu. Stinson drifting far side. Tayu calling his own number. Finds Stinson off the boards. Alan Perez. Pardon me, Jesus Pacheco. Tayu. Double team, muscled off the ball. Izzy DeLuna can't quite clear it. Palmer comes in for Pacheco. Cisse. Stinson. Knocked away by Rafael Cox. Palmer over to Tayu. Pacheco gone for a change. Palmer subbing off as well. Gone ahead for Stinson. Perez cutting inside. Stinson fires, blocked by Caceres. Correa pokes it past Uzi Tayu, but the larger player able to shield him off there. Tayu leaving it for Uzi. Gonsalves can't find Nestor Hernandez.
Nice cover on the back post.
Keats. Can't quite bring it down. Inside, Nestor Hernandez. Woltman saves that. And close thing, too. Gonsalves cuts out the long ball toward Eddie Na. Boy, this game played on a knife edge right now. Corey Keats going to try to slow things up, and now he's going to look to pick up the pace. Racing into the corner. Fired off the boards, loose in front of goal, can't connect. The follow-up shot ricochets around. Megson gets a foot to it, but nothing there. Wanted a foul, not given. Rafael Cox, Megson off the boards for Keats. That was a long shift for both those teams. Pereira looking for Debre Holliman. Quick shot and corralled by Toth.
There have been a lot of quick breakaways both ways.
Very transitional game. Ball thrown out. Robert Palmer tries the far post. Can't connect. Holliman put hard into the boards. Well, Stinson lowered his arms into himself and came straight through the back of Debre Holliman. I'm not sure what he thought was going to happen except for the whistle going there.
Yeah, it's a clear foul.
Foul on Ontario number 10, Justin Stinson is first.
Looking up the floor for Izzy DeLuna, and it's turned over. Stinson back on. Tayu. Alan Perez. Palmer. Adam West has his hands full with Tayu, who spins, fires, gets a kind deflection, but it tips just wide. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. No goals between these two teams. Poked away, gone back to Toth. And that ball over the top and out of play. Very rare, Sophia, to have a whole quarter go by without a goal, but that's what we're on the doorstep of.
Very true. Got a long opportunity here, straight to the keeper.
Back for West, 18 on the clock. West curls one in over the head of Rafael Cox, who brings it under control with 13 to play. Caceres, it's batted away from him. Now racing up is Pacheco.
Good recovery.
Caceres fights his way back inside, ties it up, 1 second left. And after one, we are 0-0 here on MASL TV at the ShoWare Center in Kent. We'll step aside and return with the second quarter of play.
For those of you watching live on MASL TV, you are eligible to participate in tonight's Tacoma Stars live jersey auction. Tonight's jersey is a once-in-a-lifetime release, and you can own this rare piece of Stars history by placing winning bids on the jerseys of your choice. The jerseys come right off the players' backs after the game and are shipped right to your doorstep. To participate in tonight's auction, go to the App Store on your mobile device and download the Live Source app. Once downloaded, create an account. For location, select Kent, Washington. Then, you are set for bidding. You will be notified when you've won your jersey, and we'll ship it right to your doorstep. Thank you for your support of the MASL. Happy bidding, everyone.
What shall I do to put myself by your side? What shall I do to put myself along by your side?
Look, that's you. And this is your thriving community. There's your neighbor, the chatty one. And here, at the heart of it all, is your money. When you chose Sound Credit Union, you got fewer fees and better rates. You joined us in supporting local organizations. And you got a great app to manage your money. Welcome to your future. You're gonna love it here. Sound Credit Union, invested in we. All Washingtonians welcome.
Black clouds are behind me. I now can see ahead. Often I wonder why I tried.
Welcome back into the Accesso ShoWare Center here in Kent, Washington, and on MASL TV. I cannot recall the last time we played an entire quarter of MASL action and didn't have a goal, but that's exactly what we have. Andrew Harvey alongside Sophia Kim here. And Sophia, just kind of break down what you saw unfolding there in that first 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was pretty even between both teams. I mean, the scoreline is 0-0. We got 4 shots per side. I think they're both feeling each other out offensively. There was a couple of quick transitions going both ways, so trying to capitalize on those moments, but no clear opportunity from either team in my eyes.
4 saves apiece so far for Chris Toth and Danny Waltman, preserving the clean sheet. Technically speaking, if the game finished in overtime 0-0, do both guys get credited with a shutout? Do you take away the shutout from whoever loses during the shootout?
I'd say we can give it to him.
We got 45 minutes to find out. Back underway, Chase Hansen with it there. And there's a turnover. Here's Mansoret. Gone ahead, has Palmer drifting inside. Pacheco available as well.
Good double by the Stars.
Megson. Hard hit off the glass. Palmer. Looping back. Gone out wide. Jorge De Leon. Pacheco. Gone down low. Mansoret looking to turn. Getting muscled off the ball by Hansen. Nick Pereira. Stood straight up. Palmer. This is an odd man rush. Gone down low. Pacheco past Waltman. I think Waltman got a piece of that. Now Danny Waltman just made a career of doing the unthinkable. Had 33 saves in that 10-9 loss to Chihuahua last week. Only 33 saves. Izzy DeLuna. Kicked off the glass, gone into the Toth. Aguirre looking to go over the top, and did, just over the top of the glass in that case.
Yep, just missed hit that ball to the corner there.
Holloman returns the favor. Kind of caught out by that pass from Nick Pereira. I don't think he was expecting that. Cisse over the restart. Checking in with Aguirre. Hernandez. Cisse gonna ride off the shoulder challenge from Caceres. Has some space, gone down low, tipped up and back into the middle. That time from Izzy DeLuna. Minetti, the clever back heel, springs to Bray Holloman. He's got Rafael Cox ahead, Eddie Na on the far side. Picks out Na. Na steps in, squares at Holloman, can't get the shot off. Na fires, that comes off Nestor Hernandez and comes out to Nick Pereira. Uzi Tayu trying to break free. It's gonna go to Frank Tayu, who is out and out poaching and gets pulled back by Eddie Na there. Just had to make the foul. You kind of see in Ontario, right? Defending as best they can with 4. They have so much size and strength, they can do it pretty ably. And then you've got Frank Tayu, who is the mother of all outlet options, back at midfield.
Yeah, he's kind of keeping the Tacoma Stars stretched in that way, giving Ontario more room to play. Look for these long balls downfield. But a good cutoff by the Stars.
Correa upended after winning a header. Keats. Correa trying to go off the glass. Jamail Juice Cox. Let's fly. Toth parries it away. Gonsalves over to the boards. Pursued by Megson. He's upended. Megson goes down. So does Cox. Stinson has it. He cuts his way through. Off for Frank Tayu. Tayu has time, space, and kicks it straight into Danny Waltman. I can't think of many players in this league that I would want to sit down in front of a shot from less than Frank Tayu. And here he comes again. Cleared away, quickly back in. Boy, a bit of a rally for serve going on down in the corner right now. Tayu scoops it inside just behind Palmer. And the Stars have a chance to clear their lines. Boy, if you think the MASL can't be great when it's low scoring, you have it wrong, and the long outlet ball for DeLuna just wide. Stinson plays himself into space here. Pereira closing down, 2 options far side. Stinson controls, squares it, and denied on the doorstep. Pereira gone to ground. Who'd have thought? Nick Pereira coming all the way back, putting his body on the line. Give that guy credit. He's got a family to think about.
There's been a couple times defensively where I think Tacoma Stars can contain, but we're trying to win that ball, and in doing so, it's putting us in a few dangerous positions. But good job by Nick Pereira covering that shot. Good cut there.
Caceres goes back to Correa. And I think some of these Stars players are just glad to get off for a change. Holloman steps on. Eddie Na.
Good body.
Getting big in the boards. And he's put hard into the boards. That is going to be just a free kick, it looks like. And no, sorry, a blue card given as well. Juan Topete played the man when he had a shot at the ball, puts Na straight into the boards, and the Stars go on the power play. Here's another look at it over on your screen. Well, the refs have made it a point of emphasis this season to try to cut down on that, Sophia.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity for the Stars to be one up here. Na did a good job bodying the ball and keeping possession. So see if we can finish off a goal here.
Stars power play out there. Pereira, Caceres. The shot from Rafael Cox and a goal! Rafael Cox doing the jet. And it's the opener for Tacoma. A big moment on an emotional night here at the ShoWare Center.
Yeah, great textbook goal on a corner, man down, fake a shot, pass the ball around to the open guy, hammer one home.
Here's another look at it on your screen. Hard and low. Well, you can do a lot of good for yourself. Just like that, 3 seconds after the power play starts, the Stars have converted and lead 1-0. Didn't even get me time to say that their power play conversion this year not great, 6 of 17. Well, make it 7 of 18 now.
It's a good thing that they score first. The Stars have a much better record winning games, knock on wood, when they are the first to score. So important to get a tally on the board first.
Sophia, you might be kind of bearing the lead a little bit. They are winless when they concede first in games. So Tacoma hoping that bodes well for the course of tonight's match. And overall, just under 20 minutes without a goal. I can't remember the last time that happened in the MASL. Maybe one of the stat heads will be able to track that down. Waltman finds the outlet for Pereira. It's just a testament to the defense that both these teams play. They really have a good sense of how to break one another down. They play each other so often here in this West Division. Pereira in early, fights his way back to his feet, has it there. Na carrying through Palmer. Na, smash back off the glass. Toth tipped it up into the boards. Caceres gone wide. Rafael Cox, the goal scorer from a moment ago. Big switch to Na, and out of play. Rafael Cox, his head in his hands, can't believe it. Come on now, third time's a charm. And up and over, there we go. Chris Toth crossing midfield on his own. He wants a crack at Waltman's goal. Toth chips one and gets it a little too high. Waltman wanted to go quickly. Referee has to hand the ball to him. Stars gone for a change. Rolled short side to Bray Holloman. They beat the press. Holloman drifting forward. Getting closed down, tried to slip it to the left side. Megson was there. Pereira sizing up Tayu. That's a clash of the Titans. Caceres fires and scores! Alex Caceres threads the needle in impressive fashion, and it's 2-0 Tacoma. What jumps out at you about that last crack by Caceres, Sophia?
Well, it was good patience on the ball. They set up their offense and took advantage of the zonal defense. They lost the man, found an opening, and punished them for it.
Just finding a route through 3 defenders. An assist on to Nick Pereira.
His 4th goal of the season.
takes us to the media timeout here in this second quarter. Tacoma Stars leading 2-0 over the Ontario Fury. And we mentioned at the top of our broadcast that the game-worn jerseys by the Stars can be yours tonight. They are one of a kind. They will never be worn again because you can take one home by downloading the Live Source app and setting your auction area to Kent, Washington. Bidding is open right now. They will mail the jersey to you. It's a really fun tradition that's kind of become the norm here for the Tacoma Stars over the last couple of years. Some of those designs really snazzy they've worked out. And now the Stars off to a strong start, Sophia. They've got a 2-goal lead, but you know that can evaporate very quickly in the indoor game.
Yeah, they have to keep focused on defense, keep punishing Ontario when they give them chances. I think if you keep it that simple, it's going to be a good night for them.
Meanwhile, for Ontario, 7 shots on target, none of them in the back of the net. What's been frustrating them as they get into the final third?
Well, I think they have been doing a good job pulling the Tacoma Stars defense higher up the field, trying to stretch them a little bit and open up space. But we've just been good defensively tracking our runners and lucky on a couple of shots, but Danny Waltman has been up to the job making those saves. Quick transition here.
Very quick turnover off the kickoff. Izzy DeLuna gone down low. Danny Manitti. Stinson, well, was looking for the contact there, but got it. Foul. Quickly in for Juan Tepete.
Ball starts number 17, Danny Meditti.
Aguirre back for Palmer. Toth. Up to Mansoret, inside Aguirre. He spins onto his left foot, has space, takes the shot off the glass. Rebound, Keats. Out as far as Palmer. Cisse. Floated over the top. Pacheco gives chase. Waltman saves that with it. Went full scarecrow. I was told you never go full scarecrow, but it worked.
I think Tacoma is doing actually more of a man-to-man defense right now, and I think it's working out for them. Reason being their target is staying pretty stationary and trying to get the midfielders to check off the ball. Almost got a goal there.
Skipped right past Tyler. Here he is. And a foul against Ontario.
It's a lot harder to make offensive runs when it's a 1v1 situation at every position. So they're making it hard on Ontario to get anything through their defensive third.
Keats tried the long ball up to Na. Instead, it's floating back. Uzi Tayu settling underneath it. Double teamed along the boards. Tayu cutting toward goal. Topete comes off the glass. Keats gets a foot to it. Lovely clearance. Eddie Na in hot pursuit. Chris Toth is there. DeLeon back to Uzi Tayu. Up to Mansoret, who picks his way past Keats. Mansoret down low. Waltman taps it into the post and collects the rebound. Keats can't get that away from Cisse, who came charging in. Pereira turns him off, passes back to Keats. Or pardon me, to Waltman. Big ball out to Mixon. Now it's Pereira. Jones' pass came behind him, and Uzi Tayu wins the shoulder-to-shoulder battle. Old-fashioned scrum for the ball, and a foul against Tacoma.
Fouls on Stars number 77.
I'm not sure if there was too much to be seen in that scrum, Sophia, but it is a very physical game, the indoor game.
Yep, sometimes you just get in a pile, and you have to see where the ball pops out, but the refs saw a foul on that call.
Refs attending to something on the field. The official match ball of the MASL is designed and produced by Flight. Flight works closely with professionals and experts at the MASL to ensure the ideal standards for indoor soccer. With an enhanced dampening layer and asymmetrical textural design, the ball is built for the indoor game at the highest level. From training to game day, Flight is the premier partner of choice. Restarted, work near side to Toth. Up to Nestor Hernandez. Fighting with Chase Hansen, looking for the inside.
Good read.
How important is the ability to read quickly? I mean, it's important for a general soccer player and outdoor, but in indoor, the game is so fast and the margin for error is so small. It seems like maybe it's the most important skill, Sophia.
Absolutely. If you can predict where players are thinking about making their runs, thinking about passing the ball, that's going to help you tremendously. An inch on an outdoor field is 3 feet on an indoor field, so you have to be very predictive, very quick on your feet.
Clever lead there, springs Tayo Luke back inside, shot, and a kick save, Waltman. Well, I don't know how much of that Waltman saw, but he still did enough to turn aside the effort from Aguirre.
That little bit of creativity by Ontario to dummy that ball is exactly what they need to open up the field and mix it up a little bit. That's going to break the 1v1 defending.
Aguirre gone through Tayu. Tayu tries to loop it back inside. Jamail Juice Cox hits that off the board, hits the referee. Now the long ball out for Cox. Cox racing in, fires and scores! Well, a clever outlet ball after an aggressive tackle from Juice Cox, and it's 3-0 Tacoma. There are not many people in this league who have that kind of breakaway speed. There are fewer who can manage to sneak one 5-hole on Chris Toth. Juice Cox has the goods, and it's to the good for the Tacoma Stars.
Absolutely, he's one of the best dribblers on the team. Great that he got a breakaway on that, and he's the guy you want on a shot like that.
Assisted by number 4,
Play quickly restarted by Ontario. Cisse cutting inside.
his 5th goal of the season.
Ball batted down. A bunch of bodies coming together. Back for Caceres. Big outlet ball. Now here's Adrian Correa. He's pretty fleet of foot himself. Squared inside to Bray Holloman down low. Fires! And can't believe it.
Great build-up play, though.
How about the patience from Holloman there to make that extra pass?
Yeah, absolutely. That raises the percentage of your shooting, shooting on frame, shooting on goal, much higher. The more you can do that, the better. They found themselves in a breakaway. As Ontario started coming back to defend, they just kept making a 2v1, 3v2 situation, but it was a good opportunity.
Big ball over the top, collected by Keats, Correa, Jamail Cox. And here's Juice. He likes his options up the middle. Pass Gonsalves. Slips it inside. Correa lets it lie.
Almost, so close.
Well, Juice Cox is the kind of guy who can create something out of nothing, and he's done it twice now tonight, one of them leading to a goal. Stinson going the other way. Gone down low. There's Pacheco. Back to Uzi Tayu. Gonsalves. Frank Tayu. In along the corner. Pushes off Adam West, and West pushes right back. Well, Tayu wants the call, but he was given as good as he got. Logan Jones going to have to try to corral Taiyu now. And Juice Cox gets it away from him. Ball left fat. Tapete leaves the shoulder end. Taiyu loose inside the arc. Pushed out wide. What defense from Tacoma to force Frank Taiyu out of the arc. Here's Uzi Taiyu. Over for De Leon. Down low, Frank Taiyu.
60 seconds remaining.
1 minute to go in the half.
60 seconds.
Fury would love to get a goal here. Izzy DeLuna. Picks out Keats. Rafael Cox cutting underneath. Keats didn't see him. Nah tackles it in along the boards. Keats, the smash back cross, won't reach Rafael Cox. Turned inside by De Leon, and he dribbles out of trouble. Keats has it away from him. Nah tackled off his foot. Bodies everywhere in the corner. Taiyu straight through the back of Corey Keats, who goes head first into the boards and stays down. That is a bad challenge, and the second blue card of the night for the Ontario Fury. Well, you hate to see that challenge being made. Taiyu didn't put up any sort of argument. He knew right away what he'd done, and of course now you just hope that Keats is okay, who is up and coming off under his own power.
And that's Justin Stinson on the blue card.
An issue to Ontario Fury number 70, Uzi Taiyu for boarding. That'll bring up a 2-minute power play for your Tacoma Stars.
So Uzi Taiyu sitting 2. Stars will be on the power play. Pereira slips it down low. Rafael Cox bags his second power play goal of the night. Stars capitalize once again, and that right quick. Well, ring around the Archie. And what an easy tap in at the back end for Rafael Cox. Somebody lost track of their assignment.
Another textbook indoor goal. Gotta have a man on the back post.
Scored by 23. Rafael Cox.
10 to go in the half. Toth gonna lump this forward into contention. Taiyu defended here by Holoman. Trying to get the shot off. 1 second, spins, fires, no good. So the Stars begin the quarter on a power play goal and end the quarter on a power play goal. And what a second quarter it is for Tacoma. 4-0 as they go into the break.
Yeah, I think they did a great job taking advantage of the counterattacks, building up the play and staying patient, not just shooting off the first shot on the 1v1. They built it up to 2v1s, 3v2s, and finished their opportunities.
So the Stars leading 4-0 through 2 quarters of play will take a break here on MASL TV.
For those of you watching live on MASL TV, you are eligible to participate in tonight's Tacoma Stars live jersey auction. Tonight's jersey is a once-in-a-lifetime release, and you can own this rare piece of Stars history by placing winning bids on the jerseys of your choice. The jerseys come right off the players' backs after the game and are shipped right to your doorstep. To participate in tonight's auction, go to the App Store on your mobile device and download the Live Source app. Once downloaded, create an account. For location, select Kent, Washington. Then, you are set for bidding. You will be notified when you've won your jersey, and we'll ship it right to your doorstep. Thank you for your support of the MASL. Happy bidding, everyone!
What shall I do to put myself by your side? What shall I do to put myself along by your side.
Look, that's you. And this is your thriving community. There's your neighbor, the chatty one. And here, at the heart of it all, is your money. When you chose Sound Credit Union, you got fewer fees and better rates. You joined us in supporting local organizations. And you got a great app to manage your money. Welcome to your future. You're gonna love it here. Sound Credit Union, invested in we. All Washingtonians welcome.
Black clouds are behind me. I now can see ahead. Often I wonder why I try.
Welcome back to MASL Primetime, everyone. Joining me today for the studio chat is the play-by-play man for the Tacoma Stars, Andrew Harvey. Andrew, how you doing?
Alex, I'm doing great. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me aboard.
Well, it's great to have you here, man. First time we've ever had you on the show, so welcome. And today we're just going to touch on a bunch of different stuff. There were some fascinating interdivisional matchups, which we'll get to. Let's start with your Tacoma Stars, though. You had two games in Chihuahua last weekend. And sorry to bring up a sore spot, but Saturday, 21-9 loss to the Savage. I mean, you guys, you're sitting last right now in the West, but you've been competitive still all season long. What happened on Saturday?
You know, I think, Alex, right, the old saw goes that you can't win a game in the first quarter, but it sure seems like you can lose one in the second. And I think Saturday's match was a case of a lot of little things adding up to one big thing. It's a short floor compared to what the Stars are used to down there in Chihuahua. That's not an excuse, but it does kind of change the way that they play through the middle of the field. You know, small moments that needed to go Tacoma's way didn't. In the first quarter, the one that really jumps out to me, 13 seconds left and Chihuahua bags a goal to make it 4-1. It's just a 3-goal difference at that point, but a lot of little moments like that can really add up and kind of let a game tailwind on you.
So, Andrew, of course, the Kansas City Comets have been the power of the Central Division this season, and they flew west for some big games last weekend against San Diego and Ontario. Let's start with, the San Diego game, of course, against the defending Ron Newman Cup champions. They dropped that one. Just take us through the weekend and where you think the balance of power in the MASL lies after what you saw.
You know, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I don't have a little bit of West Division bias, Alex. It's the division I'm most familiar with. But I think there really is a case to be made that San Diego's dominance throughout the league really kind of disguises the quality that's in this Western Division, particularly for Ontario. Ontario's only lost 6 matches this season. 4 of those have been to the San Diego Sockers. So they're a much stronger team than the record might initially suggest. And I think that's what Kansas City kind of discovered when they came out here to try to play against them.
So, Andrew, one more point to go over before we wrap it up here. And the date that everyone should have circled on their calendar or put in their phone, whatever people do these days. I guess we don't even have calendars to circle anymore. Put it in your phone. March 31st. Florida in San Diego to take on the Sockers. Those teams are clearly the top two teams in the league at this moment. Things could, of course, change down the stretch. But right now, those are the top two teams. How insane is that encounter going to be in San Diego?
Well, Alex, as someone who does still keep a physical calendar on his fridge, I can tell you without any sense of irony that I do, in fact, have that date circled. If you like indoor soccer, right, this is the marquee matchup to tune into this year. It's everybody loves a good heavyweight clash, and this is what it is. San Diego, who I just mentioned, plus 61 on the year. Florida right now, plus 57. I don't feel like it's hyperbolic to suggest this might be a preview for a series of matches that'll be played later in the year with the Ron Newman Cup on the line. So I know I'll be tuning in, and I, expect pretty much anyone who is watching this, they really ought to jump on as well.
Unfortunately, Andrew, that is it. We got to wrap up the segment, man. But thank you so much for taking the time to be on the show today. Really appreciate it. We will do it again soon. Take care, buddy.
Alex, I look forward to it. Thanks so much for having me.
Here's a restart. Montelaris with a blast, upper corner. What a rip. Lucas Montelaris. Just a rip. So much of a rip, the ball even got stuck up in the corner of the net. And it's now 4-2. Shine the shoes.
Back up top, Brown, D'Souza outside, gets a shot off, and he bangs it top shelf with the left foot.
What a shot. What a goal by Felipe D'Souza. I mean, that was absolutely insane, D'Souza. I mean, that was a wildly good goal. Inside of the 90-degree angle of the woodwork, he just slipped it in. What a goal.
Morgan, Leo, crosses, Felipe. Corner. Escoto scores! Hat-trick Junas! That was so pretty.
You'll see from this angle right here, this is the best angle we got on the replay. This is such a good angle to see. Wow. How nice that was. The spot that he picks. Think about Brandon Escoto. Bravo.
Parece gol de Garay, le va a pegar, le pega abajo, no lo grita, no lo canta, no lo anuncia. El arquero viene otra vez Miller, el disparo, golazo. ¡Gol! Golazo de Miller, la deja entrar, le mete todo el empeine con coraje y sacude la mano a Carlitos porque la colgó en el ángulo.
Oh!
Go! Wow!
It looks like Dieguez just rips the shot from the corners. We'll see.
What a blast on this ball for the left foot. Wow. Dieguez picks up his second goal as a member of the Tropics. And just like that, we're tied at 5.
For those of you watching live on MASL TV, you are eligible to participate in tonight's Tacoma Stars live jersey auction. Tonight's jersey is a once-in-a-lifetime release, and you can own this rare piece of Stars history by placing winning bids on the jerseys of your choice. The jerseys come right off the players' backs after the game and are shipped right to your doorstep. To participate in tonight's auction, go to the App Store on your mobile device and download the Live Source app. Once downloaded, create an account. For location, select Kent, Washington. Then, you are set for bidding. You will be notified when you've won your jersey, and we'll ship it right to your doorstep. Thank you for your support of the MASL. Happy bidding, everyone.
What shall I do to put myself by your side? What shall I do to put myself along by your side?
that's you. And this is your thriving community. There's your neighbor, the chatty one. And here, at the heart of it all, is your money. When you chose Sound Credit Union, you got fewer fees and better rates. You joined us in supporting local organizations. And you got a great app to manage your money. Welcome to your future. You're gonna love it here. Sound Credit Union, invested in we. All Washingtonians welcome.
Black clouds are behind me. I now can see ahead. Often I wonder why I try.
Welcome back into the Accesso ShoWare Center. Just about set for the start of the second half, although as we cut away there at halftime, you missed a very spirited and very chaotic youth massive game here on the playing surface here on MASL TV. Andrew Harvey alongside Sophia Kim back in for the second 30 minutes of play for you. Sophia, it was a first half that went entirely Tacoma's way. The two teams completely level on shots on goal, 11 apiece, but Tacoma has converted 4 times, and they have shut out the Ontario Fury through 2 quarters of play.
Yeah, I think they did a great job focusing on the counter and not being hasty, though. They waited for the play to develop, found the 2v1 situations, the 3v2 situations, and were able to capitalize on those. Defensively, I think they did a great job shutting down Frank Tayu. Ontario is definitely looking for him to post up, but we're doing a good job defending the surrounding players. So he hasn't really had an outlet to look for, and in doing so, they haven't had a lot of chances.
MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League, all the latest news, standings, and in-depth features with names like Michael Lewis, Michelle Gringas, and more. Bookmark the page now so you don't miss a note. Well, Sophia, when we talk about Frank Tayu and the defensive job Tacoma's doing on him, one of the most impressive things is that they're doing it with 3 separate defenders, Logan Jones, DeBray Holloman, and Adam West, all holding their own against the big man. And by spreading out the minutes on those legs, they're going to kind of prevent Tayu from still having enough in the tank from ripping off a bunch of late goals. Because normally, right, you put your best defender on him and you just say, your job tonight, shut down Frank Tayu for as long as you can. Nobody can do it for 4 quarters.
Right.
But maybe by spreading out the workload, they can.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Stars have the ability to have multiple people guard him, and that's a great advantage. You can guard him as a team instead of just relying on one person to burden all that responsibility. I think that's going to play into their advantage in coming into the second half.
Of course, Ontario also a little bit snake bit in front of goal. They've had a couple of good opportunities inside the arc from close range with just Waltman between them and the net. Waltman has saved some, they've scuffed some of the others. Back on the floor, Fury moving from right to left. They have the kickoff to start this third quarter here on MASL TV. Whistle goes. Frank Tayu has us underway, back to his brother Uzi. Big ball. Picks out De Leon. Cut back. Too long for Stinson.
Good cover defensively. You can see Ontario stretching out the Stars defensively, trying to keep that gap in the middle open.
Stinson finding some space to receive the ball. Can he turn it?
Good 1v1 defending.
Poked away by Jamel Cox. Alex Megson. hemmed in by Uzi Tayu, who gets the ball off him. Gone out wide, Frank Tayu. Logan Jones defending, cutting side. Stinson fires and scores! First goal of the third quarter goes to Ontario, and that's a big one in terms of rallying some momentum.
Definitely. To get the first goal off in the second half was a must for Ontario. They hadn't scored yet. So to do it in the first minute, the first half, is a big morale boost.
A world work by Tayu. Just knew he needed to lay it off there. Stinson finding space between all those bodies defensively. Brings it back to a 3-goal game. Raphael Cox, 2 goals on the night. Both of them came on power plays. And one of the things you'll have to imagine will be key to Ontario pulling this game level and trying to take 3 points on the road here tonight is staying out of the penalty box the rest of the way. Danny Waltman, heavy touch there. Into traffic, smashes that to the far corner, but overhit his coverage. Waltman plays that with his head. Juice Cox forces that into the net off of Pacheco.
Good press by Ontario.
Keats gone down line. Pereira lets it run. Eddie Nah. Nah gets the ball past Cisse, gets past Cisse himself, gets pulled back by Cisse, and that's a blue card for Israel Cisse. Grabs a hold of Eddie Nah, who is looking to break free in the corner, and the Stars back on the power play.
Yeah, that was a great offensive run by Nah. Used the board to get around his defender. I think that was a bit of a professional foul to let him, not let him get a shot off right away, but now we are up on the power play. So let's see if we can another one.
So Cisse, 2 minutes for holding. Raphael Cox over the ball. Stars have scored very quickly on their first 2 power play opportunities. We'll see if they try to work this one a little bit more. Jameel Cox fires off the glass. I guess there's my answer. Raphael Cox, far side Pereira. Just barely lipped away. Caceres gone back to Nestor Hernandez. Pardon, back to Danny Waltman. Nestor Hernandez applying the pressure, I should say. Cox. Caceres. Nick Pereira. Squares it. Jameel Cox puts his foot through it. Low hit ball into Palmer. Pereira drifting inside. Lays it off Jameel Cox. Skips it down low. Raphael Cox pulls it back up. Caceres. Worked around Pereira. 1 minute gone from the power play. Caceres, a left-footed shot, kick save Toth. Nestor Hernandez can't quite clear it past Pereira. Raphael Cox. Stars rotate, Caceres down low. Loose ball and knocked away from Alex Megson.
Ontario's been doing a good job containing and shifting defensively when we need to.
Nick Pereira. Gone down low. Caceres fires. Took a touch. 20 seconds left. Raphael Cox. Jameel Cox. Nick Pereira. Fakes back inside. Tried to skip it off. Intercepted by Uzi Tayu. And the penalty gonna run out here. Raphael Cox gonna be quickly under pressure. Forces it up to Alex Megson. Even strength now. Cisse racing in. Pereira. Low shot. Toth gets a hand to it. Rebound won't fall for Megson. And Cisse pokes that over toward the boards. Nestor Hernandez is there. So's Jameel Juice Cox. Megson carries in. Stood straight up by Palmer. What a challenge. Appeals for handball, and it is given. So the Fury 1 for 3 on the penalty kill on the night, but that is an important one. Keeps it a 3-goal game.
Definitely. I think Once you get that first power play defensively and you're down a man, if you can shut them out for those 2 minutes, that's a big morale boost.
We'll see if it energizes Ontario here. There's Stinson, the goal scorer, getting chased into the corner. Correa holding him off. Was hoping Waltman would pick that up. Turned over Gonsalves. Frank Tayu back for Gonsalves. Swing and a miss. The old Charlie Brown.
Good hold-up play by Tayu, though.
Here's Raphael Cox sliding through Chase Hansen. Herrera drifting, drawing, and turned over. Frank Tayu running free. That's a mismatch with Raphael Cox guarding him if ever I saw. Stars get some extra bodies around him. Pacheco has some space, fires, deflected by Pereira, caught by Waltman, and they wave off the long throw. Caceres.
Good job breaking the press.
Pereira, Juice Cox, and look at him go. Juice Cox fires Toth, the sliding save outside the arc.
What a ball in, though.
Tayu. Switching back to the near side. Here's De Leon. Palmer, low shot, rebound, comes fat, but won't fall for Tayu. De Leon hemmed in by Nall on the boards. 2 players go down. Pereira called for the trip. MASL Primetime is the home for the best highlights, interviews, and action from the MASL each week. Catch the latest episode each Friday on MASL TV as Alex Baschavansky hosts this 30-minute deep dive into the MASL. Make sure to catch every episode. My thanks to Alex for having yours truly on this week's edition. Pacheco, low shot, save Waltman. Fun chance to talk about all the goings-on around the MASL. Getting to be that stage of the year where we're talking about the playoff picture. Stars needing 3 points tonight, kind of keep their playoff torch lit. Change for Stinson. He's run off the ball. Holloman with a nasty turn of Stinson along the boards. Stinson comes clattering back in. That was an attitude move. Tayu gone wide for Stinson. Comes off the boards for him. Smash back cross. Waltman bats it down. Raphael Cox can't quite bring it into control. Pereira tries to float it through. And Uzi Tayu resets to Toth. Frank Tayu working against Holloman. Tries to slip it through, no good. Stinson. Aguirre, off for Cisse, he goes for a change. Toth going over the top, right to Waltman. Rolled out for Raphael Cox. Pereira. Switch for Holloman. Holloman has some room. He fires to the far corner and doesn't quite get it on frame. Well, Debre Holloman, as he's proven several times tonight and over the course of the season, not afraid to put his foot through it. Nearly scored a great one there. West up to Naw, can't bat it down. Toth under some pressure here. Fury managed to break it. Stinson tackled away cleanly by Hansen. The Fury bench is furious. And Raphael Cox upended there by Uzi Tayu.
Foul on Fury number 70, Uzi Tayu.
Stars went a little bit too quickly on the restart. Caceres over for Adam West. Nifty back heel. West down the corner, off the boards, and into the hands of Toph. 6 minutes to go here in this third quarter. 4-1 Tacoma. Palmer, pass midfield. Gonsalves. Working against Megson, clever turn. Megson stays down as that ball goes away. Now gets back to his feet. Palmer drifting to the yellow line. Gonsalves stepping in, feeds down low, can't find Mansoret. Mansoret trying to work it back out. Waltman collects. And the Stars go for a change. But they're going to throw it out here for Danny Minitti. Minitti in a foot race with Pacheco. Minitti cuts inside. Rafael Cox has time, has space down low. Minitti! Well, the long ball pays off and then some. Rafael Cox eschews his chance for a hat trick and feeds down low for the easy conversion.
Yeah, very unselfish play. Started off with the quick transition. A beautiful ball in by Danny Minitti, and he gets it right back for the goal.
Stars goal! Scored by 17, Danny Minitti.
Well, Minitti, one of a number of players signed back before the second game of a two-game homestand against the St. Louis Ambush. Tacoma won handily. And that is Minitti's first goal of the season. Comes at a big time for Tacoma. Ontario bagged that goal from Stinson to break the scoreless streak, and then had been really rallying a good amount of momentum, Sophia. And that goal may be turning things back Tacoma's way.
Yeah, definitely. They weren't able to finish off a goal in the power play. It's been about 10 minutes since the second half started again, so it's an important goal to bring that momentum back to the Stars' side.
Well, fans, our sponsor, Sound Credit Union, once again stepped up in a big way. Sound Credit Union members are receiving a $7 ticket special when using their Sound Credit debit or credit card to purchase a Tacoma Stars ticket for any game in the month of March. The Sound Credit Union $7 ticket special, just another reason to join Washington's favorite credit union. Go to tacomastars.com for details. In fact, if you're tuning in tonight, you can come on down to the stadium tomorrow. 7:05 p.m. kickoff. Sophia and I will be on the call. And if you're a Sound Credit Union member, $7 gets you in the door. And if that game's anything like this one, it's going to be a good one. Fury have us back underway. Janelle Cox blocks it. That's using your face. Toth. Big ball. Frank Tayu setting up. Here comes the double. Clever move. Ball blocked off the boards as they tried to go to De Leon. Stinson looking for a chance to turn. Square to Uzi Tayu. Gets that away. Na comes in late. And gonna get whistled for it. Well, Na was taking a risk when he came in for that one. But gave away the free kick in probably the safest place to do so on the field.
Yes, I agree.
Foul on Stars number 9, Eddie Na. His first of the half.
Cisse up toward Frank Tayu. A lot of minutes logged by Frank Tayu tonight, although that's not atypical for Ontario. Under 4 to go in the third quarter. Fury trailing 5-1 on the road against Tacoma. Awkward pass for Chris Toth. He's going to have to deal with this. Just gets it away. Keats back to Waltman. He's got pressure of his own.
Good use of the wall.
Over for Logan Jones. Bit of a push in his back. Cisse got him wrapped up. And the ball worked down low. Jones wants to know where the call's going to come from. Answer, nowhere. Ball to Frank Tayu. That hit him in the arm. Not called. Palmer. Big switch. Looking for Aguirre. Back here. There's Gonsalves. Pacheco. Working against Megson. Been a physical contest tonight. Gonsalves harried by Megson there, forced backwards. Aguirre trying to spring himself free.
Good
The double gets the ball away.
I just think Ontario is forcing the ball offensively a little bit. I think they're relying on their target to hold up the ball, but if you're going to do that, you need to be a little bit more creative and tricky with your runs and your passes coming in. I think that's where their offensive buildup is halting a little bit.
Holloman back to Waltman there. Big ball won't get past midfield. Jamel Cox bats it down, picks out Pereira. Izzy DeLuna drifting far side. Holloman coming up the boards. They shovel it his way. Holloman gone down below, fires off the boards. Well, Chris Toth, I don't think you can make a save any more casually than that. Excuse me if I just lean up against the glass here and pin it to the wall. Looks like a scene out of Shaolin Soccer. Deep cut. Stinson.
A great movie.
Stinson pins that to the boards and goes down on contact.
Starts number 26, Izzy DeLuna.
Gonsalves over this ball. Frank Tayu, loose in the middle, has Caceres on him. Work back, Stinson fires, Holloman slides, makes a save, follow-up shot, can't find Tayu. De Leon off for Stinson, in for Frank Tayu, who spins, fires off the glass, and the rebound doesn't reach Stinson. Correa pokes it to Jamel Cox, triple teamed, and Caceres hits the reset button. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Another goal critical here for Ontario to rally some momentum before the start of the fourth. Stinson loses his footing, fights his way back to his feet. And taken off them by Adam West. Free kick.
Fouls on starts number 21, Adam West.
West over to cover Frank Tayu. Gonsalves over the ball.
For West, his first foul.
Around the horn, Stinson, Topete, and De Leon. It's Topete. De Leon, the follow-up, off the boards, loose for Stinson, and a sliding save from West with his face. Rafael Cox pokes it over the top. Eddie Na, 37 seconds, trying to get it over to Alex Caceres and couldn't link up with him. Caceres subs off in a hurry.
Almost got the 2v1 there.
Well, that's that level of snake bit we've talked about for Ontario inside the box. Stinson really should have had that except for the spectacular play by Adam West. Now wide, Israel Cisse. 10 in the quarter. Pacheco. 5 in the quarter. Toth is going to have to let fly here. Does so, and it goes wide. The horn sounds.
And at the end of the third quarter,
and so Tacoma will take a 4-goal lead into the fourth quarter. We'll take a break here on MASL TV.
For those of you watching live on MASL TV, you are eligible to participate in tonight's Tacoma Stars live jersey auction. Tonight's jersey is a once-in-a-lifetime release, and you can own this rare piece of Stars history by placing winning bids on the jerseys of your choice. The jerseys come right off the players' backs after the game and are shipped right to your doorstep. To participate in tonight's auction, go to the App Store on your mobile device and download the Live Source app. Once downloaded, create an account. For location, select Kent, Washington. Then, you are set for bidding. You will be notified when you've won your jersey, and we'll ship it right to your doorstep. Thank you for your support of the MASL. Happy bidding, everyone!
What shall I do to put myself by your side? What shall I do to put myself along by your side?
Look, that's you. And this is your thriving community. There's your neighbor, the chatty one. And here, at the heart of it all, is your money. When you chose Sound Credit Union, you got fewer fees and better rates. You joined us in supporting local organizations. And you got a great app to manage your money. Welcome to your future. You're gonna love it here. Sound Credit Union, invested in we. All Washingtonians welcome.
Black clouds are behind me. I now can see ahead. Often I wonder why I tried.
Welcome back into the Accesso ShoWare Center here in Kent, Washington, and on MASL TV. The Tacoma Stars made use of a big second quarter to build a 4-0 lead going into the half, and then they traded goals with Ontario. As we enter the fourth quarter, they lead 5-1. Andrew Harvey alongside Sophia Kim for you here on MASL TV. And Sophia, this is do or die time, forgive me, for the Ontario Fury on the road with another big game right back here tomorrow night.
Yeah, definitely. It was important to get that first goal in. They broke that drought. It's important for them to keep finding those openings, try and find more movement up top, and work off of the target. The Stars have been doing good defensively, one-on-one, to break that down.
Well, 3 times over the course of this game, the Fury have gone into the penalty box. Twice they conceded goals from it. It's been a testy match. It's always a testy match when the Tacoma Stars play the Ontario Fury. That's the beauty of playing in division games. But now Tacoma, who has remained pristine and has not gone a man down, will need to keep that together. 4 goals can disappear awfully quick in the MASL.
Absolutely. They're going to need to focus defensively in this last quarter and make sure they don't give up any easy goals here.
Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams. Make sure you're following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter. Alex Megson over the ball for Tacoma to get us started in this final 15-minute period. There's a slight delay as we get some of the cleanup crew off the field there from the mini ball toss, one of the many great Tacoma Stars traditions that you yourself can come observe tomorrow night, 7:05 p.m., Stars Fury, round 2. Or rounds 5 through 8, depending on who you talk to. Megson has us underway. For Tacoma, Sophia, it's been lockdown defense all night long. They have a 4-goal lead. That's a good lead. It's not a massive lead. What's the balance between continuing to try to press to stretch this lead further or counting on your shutdown defense to help run out the clock?
I think it's a combination of both. I think when Ontario shows them an opening, take advantage of the counter. Play the game that they've been doing all quarter, or all game. It's been working, and finish those opportunities. Other than that, if you can stay clean defensively and play shutdown, what a shot.
Well, Chris Toth, you talked about being opportunistic. Juice Cox was just that. Toth had to hurry to pin that to the glass. Toth heaves out a low ball. Frank Tayu the target. Over for Gonsalves. Toth past midfield. Pulls up, distributes. Well, Toth can't touch this ball again until it's been turned over, but he's going to stay in the attacking half of the field. And forgive me, now that it's the fourth quarter, he can come forward and participate because he's past midfield. Aguirre, low shot, blocked. And it's a wide open goal as Juice Cox sends it the length of the floor and wide left. Toth, a goalie with some of the best feet in the league as far as playing the ball, so he kind of gets to function as the sixth attacker for this Ontario side. Waltman pins that to the ground.
Yeah, good reaction save from Danny Waltman.
Just seems like he's good for 5 or 6 of those every time he's on the floor. Keats in rashly there. We talked about staying out of the box, and he won't manage to do it. 2 minutes for Corey Keats, and this a big opportunity for Ontario as they're set to go a man up. Well, it's a long lunge there from Corey Keats. Warranting of a blue card in your mind, Sophia?
I think yes.
That'll bring up a 2-minute power play for the Fury.
Gonsalves steps in, slips it down low, and a quick goal. It's Pacheco who bats it in at the backside, and it's a 3-goal game once again.
Yeah, good find from that top left corner to find the man back post. Easy finish.
Ontario Fury's second goal, scored by number 8, Jesus Pacheco.
So Pacheco gets his first of the night. Out Stars, not a man down for very long. Been a lot of very quick power play goals we've had tonight. That's the 3rd time out of 4 2-minute opportunities that a goal's been scored inside of 10 seconds. Nestor Hernandez, stood up here by Holloman, fights him off. Squares it. Uzi Tayu looking down low, nearly a redirect.
His 9th goal of the season.
Alan Perez double teaming Pereira. Waltman bats that back. Couldn't use his hands. It was back passed. Cisse. Pereira slips it out wide. It's a 2-on-1. And the pass comes behind Adrian Correa, Raphael Cox. Eddie Na letting himself down. Now Chris Toth past midfield. Turned over. Pereira has an open look at goal. Toth charging in from the side. He slips it out. Eddie Na got the open goal, squares it back. Raphael Cox slides in, can't get there. Uzi Tayu puts that ball out of play, and we'll head to the top of the arc. Well, Eddie Na would love another bite at that apple.
Yeah, there was a couple of back and forth there. It was a couple of testy moments from both sides.
Caceres and Pereira over this free kick. Juice Cox to the left, Raphael Cox right post, Megson the left. Pereira, Juice Cox. Now hit Uzi Tayu in the shoulder with that one. And the bouncing ball just skips up right out of the way of the charging Ontario Fury, who would have had a 3-on-1 going the other way. That's kind of been the way the ball's bounced for them tonight. Everything has just been a little bit too far outside for them to control.
Yep, just half a step off, half a step late. Just hasn't rolled their way so far. Good find.
West can't corral it. Megson upended there. And was warned for simulation, I believe.
An embellishment warning has been issued for the
embellishment warning against Alex Megson.
Good double by the Stars.
Now a long ball. Juice Cox gets there. Toth off his line. Juice Cox. What a sliding challenge from Chris Toth. I don't know if he gets to count that as a save for being that far out. Menidi steps up. Toth trying to retreat back into his goal. Juice Cox fires. Toth bats it aside.
Ontario does a good job there just protecting the house and covering for their keeper.
De Leon fighting with Caceres, turned over.
Ooh,
Izzy
dangerous ball
DeLuna
in
left
middle.
in space. Stinson has it in the middle. Cuts back. Squares the left side. Frank Tayu down low and just off the post. Another gimme goal. And the Fury unable to convert. And another blue card against Tacoma.
Yeah, Ontario really should have finished off that chance.
Your attention, please. A blue card has been issued to Tacoma Stars.
Good job by Tayu to body off that ball and win a free kick.
So Adam West right back into the penalty box.
That'll bring up a 2-minute power play.
Second power play of the quarter for Ontario. They scored on the first and very quickly could make it a 2-goal game if they convert here. Gonsalves, Frank Tayu, Topete, Pacheco, and Stinson in the middle. Gonsalves stepping in through traffic, can't find Pacheco. Gonsalves, Pacheco, young down low, Frank Tayu. Waltman makes the initial save, and the Stars clear it out as far as midfield. Working in for Stinson. Tackled away from him. Jones won't get a chance to clear. Gonsalves working here against Rafael Cox, who has to fight to recover now. Stinson. Back for Topete. Wide Gonsalves. Tayu gone down low, loose in the middle, and Waltman has it once again. Thrown out short for DeBray Holliman. He tries to battle on the boards. Now Pacheco. Under a minute left for the penalty kill unit. Gone down low, Stinson can't convert. Gonsalves, Topete, looking for Pacheco. Toth. It's 6-on-4. Squared over to Pete. He fires. Waltman makes the save. Loose ball. And a second save, Waltman. Toth stepping in. 15 left on the penalty kill. Squared to Pete. He puts his foot through it. Fired down low. Gonsalves, the second effort. Blocked by Holliman. Toth corrals it. 8 seconds left. Gonsalves firing down low, far side, Pacheco. Gonsalves, Stinson, right in the middle, Holliman loops it out. Could reach Adam West. West gone for a goal and missed it by that much.
The Stars doing a good job defending a 6-4 power play. It's like 2-man down.
Stinson looking to turn along the boards. Turned over Correa. He's harangued. Logan Jones. Turns it over right in the middle. Frank Tayu slipped back ahead. Waltman gone out wide. Sliding save. Waltman against Aguirre, and Waltman bats it free. Aguirre picking his way back to his feet.
Saved by the keeper there. That was a bad giveaway. Left him for a 2v1.
Aguirre loses his footing. Keats wins the ball. Keats putting his moves on display. Turns back. Stars looking for a slow change. Hansen slips on. And here comes the full field press. Palmer's up there. Hansen turns upfield.
Good job by the Stars breaking the press.
And you can see the Stars here trying to use the whole field. They don't want to get themselves hemmed in the attacking third. They're looking to work the clock at this point. They lead by 3, just over 7 to go. And Waltman touched it a second time. Danny Waltman talking to Adam West. He didn't want that ball to come back. It is a turnover. The new possession rule in force this year. And we come to the spot of the foul. That is just outside the box. Gonsalves is over this ball. Gonsalves fires straight into the wall. Topete trying to track it down against the double. Poked over the top. Rafael Cox has Toth off his line. Toth saves it with his head! Unbelievable, Chris Toth. Now Stinson working quickly. Frank Tayu drifting in the middle. Square, Gonsalves gone down low. Frank Tayu has it. Back for Stinson. They rotate out to Topete. Toth fires from distance, sails high on him. Well, leads us to the under 8-minute media timeout. Join us right back here tomorrow evening as the Stars continue their West Division showdown against the Ontario Fury. Tomorrow night's game starts at 7:05. You can now tell your friends and family you do not need to be vaccinated to attend the game due to the changing regulations in Washington State. Get your tickets for tomorrow night's game at TacomaStars.ShoWare.com.
There we go. That's a good way to warm it up. All right, boys, let's see what you got. There you go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, fire tonight.
Well, Sophia, Ontario finding ways to put Tacoma under pressure here. They make it through that man-down situation with Adam West sitting 2 minutes. But then, nearly another unforced error gives away the free kick right in the arc. Tacoma playing a fine game, you might say.
Yeah, that happens sometimes when you're up and you're trying to preserve the game. I think because you focus more defensively, naturally you're not going to be attacking as much. I think as long as they're keeping possession, running down the clock, playing smart, it's going to be going their way. And Ontario still has to push. A 3-goal deficit is not impossible to cut, so they still have a chance. Once it becomes a 2-goal game, it's a whole nother ball game. So everyone still needs to stay focused.
It hasn't been a 2-goal game since there were 3:30 left to play back in the second quarter. And Janelle Cox put the Stars up 3-0. Ball bounced in here to Waltman. Clock underway.
See you next time.
Correa. Pressure on his back. They spring Juice Cox. He cuts back against Pacheco. A lot of patience here from the Stars, trying to work the clock. Big ball up to Pereira. Hemmed in along the boards, waiting for the double. Minetti slips on. He picks it up. Alleman, heavy touch. Cisse turns it away. Pacheco. Lunging challenge from Correa. Advantage played by the referee. It's going to be a blue card. And there's the touch from Correa. Adrian Correa going to the box. Boy, the one thing Tacoma needed to do in this fourth quarter, stay out of the box. They are now going in for their third 2-minute offense.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity for Ontario to cut that deficit. This is the perfect timing for it. We'll see if they can pull it off.
Your attention, please. A blue card has been issued to Tacoma Stars number 23.
And forgive me, I identified the offending player as Adrian Correa. It is Rafael Cox sitting the 2 minutes.
For the Fury.
That is Correa defending in the man-down formation. Frank Tayu. Gonsalves. Stinson in the middle. Topete has Pacheco down low. Topete back for Gonsalves. Drifting in, sliding inside Stinson. And it rattles into the hands of Waltman. Long heave up to Pereira, who's going to play some keep away here. And Pereira taps that back in the middle, quickly goes for a change coming back. Pacheco. Cut back to Pete. 6-on-4 once again with Toth coming forward.
60 seconds remaining in the Fury's power play. 60 seconds.
Topete fires. Waltman gets the save. The second shot sails into the net. Who did it come off of? It is Waltman's ball. Fury feel that that shot was deflected. Referee saw it differently. Waltman lets fly. Pereira tips that into the boards, triple teamed, and escapes the pressure. That's what you expect out of the former MASL MVP. Pereira nearly gets that off for Caceres. Now they'll have to rush back.
Crucial cutoff there.
30 seconds left in the extra man opportunity. Frank Tayu slipping on. Toth right in the middle. Topete. Gonsalves. Down low, Stinson fires right into Waltman. Toth. Gonsalves a second effort into the net. I think we might have had a ball become defective as we see the referee heave one out of play there. Don't see that happen very often. Waltman just looking to clear his lines. Leaves that low though. Uzi Tayu intercepts.
The Stars are
Raphael Cox out of the box, rushing back in. Toth steps over. Still an extra man opportunity. It's just 6-on-5 now. Here's Robert Palmer. In the middle, shot. Waltman tips it into the glass, collects his own rebound. Waltman throws out toward Raphael Cox, intercepted by Palmer. Palmer racing forward. Stinson gone wide. Here's De Leon. Gonsalves looking to draw pressure. De Leon fires, shot tipped into the boards by Nick Pereira. And that's a heavy back pass. Raphael Cox races out there. Toth wins the foot race.
Oof. Good feet by the keeper.
Chris Toth doing it all tonight. He's making saves with his head. He's beaten Raphael Cox in open floor foot races. Can't believe it. Now here's Jamel Cox, one-on-one with the keeper. And Toth makes another save. Caceres the follow-up shot off the glass. Caceres bags his own rebound in the corner. Two minutes to go. Stinson, past midfield, picks out Frank Tayu. De Leon drifting far side. Holloman breaks it up with the heel of his foot. DeLuna took too long with it. Stinson races in from behind, wins it back. Jamel Cox bats that down, working against Topete. Jamel Cox called for the foul. Restart taken quickly.
Stars number 11. Jamel Cox.
.90 seconds to go. Fury have 3 goals to make up. Cisse. Uzi Tayu. Stinson drifting on now. Frank Tayu right in the middle. Gone down low. Pacheco rattles off the boards. Comes to Uzi Tayu on the far side. Adrian Correa comes flying in there. And the smaller man wins the ball. Uzi Tayu goes to ground. Wins it back perfectly. Now here's Stinson. Under a minute now. Cisse into the corner. Smash back cross. Comes out to Pacheco on his left foot. Fires straight into the head of a diving Adrian Correa. Putting everything on the line to block that shot. Gonsalves stepping over this free kick. In the corner to restart play. And the Fury take a timeout. They want to talk it over. 51.3 seconds, 3 goals to make up. That is a lot to do and not a lot of time to do it.
Yeah, I got to score at a rate of a goal per 15 seconds.
They'd leave themselves 6.3 seconds if they pull it off. So the Stars talking things over. They're feeling pretty good, but they still need to close out defensively. Apart from all the fouls that have landed them in the penalty box, Sophia, they've been pretty good defensively in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, definitely. I think, there was a couple mistakes here and there that led to some free kick situations, man-down situations, but they've stepped up to the task, they've defended well, and haven't let anything through.
Are all the kids going to do the same move? Really? Are they all going to blast tonight? Come on, show me something I haven't seen. Let's go. Oh, there's another. Another dabble. Oh, these kids. So desensitized.
All right, so for Tacoma defensively, it's Holloman, Keats, Jones, Minetti, and Adam West. All the defenders out there. Gonsalves over this ball. Stinson gone for a change. Frank Tayu's out there. Gonsalves chips this over the top. Topete on the far side. That one rims off the boards. Penned in right next to it. Waltman bounces this out. It's Logan Jones. Jones pushing to the inside. He fires and scores! Well, that'll ice things for the Tacoma Stars. Logan Jones in transition manages to get one past Chris Toth, who has been nigh unstoppable tonight. Do not let the goals allowed fool you.
Yeah, Ontario has been put in a tough situation where they need to push for goals, and that leaves them the potential to be exposed. It's been the same story all night. The Stars have capitalized on their opportunities to counter.
Goal assisted by number 24. That's Danny Waltman.
And we can credit Danny Waltman on the assist. Fury still battling here. Jones gets his 4th goal of the season, comes at a big moment. Waltman has it, gives it a ride. It's bouncing, it's bouncing, it's gone in, and that's a goal for Danny Waltman. Credit the keeper, he's put one through. Well, unbelievable placement from Danny Waltman. He looked up, he saw his alley, and he gives it a ride. Insult to injury here in a West Division rivalry game, and Waltman bags a goal on the night.
His first goal of the night.
It's his first of the season. Slipped inside, Tayu fires, Waltman saves it just as a point of emphasis. And a big win for Tacoma here at the ShoWare Center tonight. They win 7-2 and get themselves a big 3 points as they're looking to keep their wild card hopes alive here in the West. Well, Sophia, just a fantastic game. And what a night to do it, as you see there, Joseph Kyrell's jersey, which will forever be at the front of the Tacoma Stars bench. It was an emotional night, a cagey start to the game, but then when Tacoma started firing, they just kept firing. They found their gear and stayed there.
Definitely. The scoreline doesn't reflect how close the game has been the entire match. Got a couple late ones due to the Ontario full team pressing forward and trying to make it tighter. But at the end of the day, we were able to finish on our opportunities and capitalize on the counters.
For Tacoma, the biggest thing that they'll need to tweak or adjust to get a similar result tomorrow night when they face this Ontario team.
I think Ontario is going to adjust their game plan. I think they were a little bit lackluster and lethargic in terms of their offensive creations. So the Tacoma defense is going to have to be prepared for that. I think they're up to the task when it comes to man-to-man defending, but they're going to have to work as a team as those runs get more creative, as Ontario tries to become a little more tricky with the ball. So, yeah, we'll just have to see.
Well, there you have it. Stars back in action tomorrow night, 7:05 p.m. to kick off as they take on the Ontario Fury for the second of that two-game series. But for them tonight, 3 points at home, and they are big ones. They go to 5-9-2 on the year. Fury down to 8-5-2. We'll see you tomorrow night. But once again, your final score here, Tacoma Stars 7, Ontario Fury 2. That's going to do it for us here at the Accesso ShoWare Center. For all of us here on MASL TV, including Sophia Kim, I'm Andrew Harvey saying so long. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you next time.